How big was it before you chopped it up?
Oh, almost 30 kilos.
Oh, so we're eating a 66-pounder, aren't we?
This is one incredible adventure.
The fishing.
The fishing. Three fishing-mad amigos travel the world with one thing on their minds: carp.
Have a look at that. What a creature.
I'm Ali Hamidi.
Yes! Yes!
I'm Tom Dove. That's a huge old fish.
And I'm Neil Spooner.
Look at that, a thing of absolute beauty.
Together, we're angling across the planet to find the biggest carp in the world.
My heart is racing.
As a species, they've grown to mythical sizes.
I'd be deeply disappointed if one of you two catch it.
But our journey changes dream to reality.
Yes! We'll take you on a wild ride to some epic locations.
That is spectacular.
We'll take on new challenges.
I'm dealing with it so well.
We'll push ourselves to the limits.
No!
But most of all, we'll catch monster carp.
In there swims a fish that's nearly 90 pounds.
This week, our fishing adventure takes us to Hungary, a country that has a special place in all of our hearts. As a threesome, it's where our monster carp travels began. As we tackled the mighty Lake Balaton, where Dovey managed the biggest carp, a 36-pound Balaton bruiser.
And now we're back, pursuing some of the monsters that inhabit this country. The lake we're ultimately heading to has some absolutely monster-sized carp, including the officially recognised Hungarian record, a fish called Kuko, of around 90 pounds that would obliterate all of our PBs.
Can I beat my 70-pounder from Cassian, Ali his 79-pound PB from Gigantica, and can Tom beat his PB of 66 pound and join the exclusive 70s club?
We're fishing for the biggest carp we've ever, I think all of us have collectively ever fished for.
Yeah, possible 90 pounder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a huge carp by any country standards.
So, swim choice will be critical if one of us is to nick the biggest king carp ever on our travels. And in true monster carp fashion, that will be decided by a mini fishing match.
What are you thinking about the match then, tomorrow?
I haven't done very well in draws recently, so I think I'm going to probably do bad in that.
Spooner's going to probably win.
Spooner will probably win.
I'll come second.
You come second, and
Let's not bother doing it. If you think that's going to happen, I'll take that right now. If we're that convinced.
The following day under the mist, we arrived at our warm-up venue, aptly named Carp Love. Here, we'd be sharpening our swords to battle it out in a match for swim choice on the main venue.
it's a chilly one, boys, but it's a lovely morning for a bit of match fishing. What are you saying?
It would be lovely if there wasn't so much at stake, so I'm going to call this carp in combat.
It certainly ain't pleasure fishing, is it? Now, look, we knew there was going to be a draw. We've got swim 1, swim 2, swim 3. Here's some numbers I prepared earlier. Well, you go, Al.
I've got a good feeling.
I haven't.
I'm going to end up in the middle, aren't I?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I'm drawing...
Can we do it again? He's got number 1.
I've got 2. Got an end swim. Retake, because Tom Dove didn't draw well, shall we? From the top.
Middle again.
Come on, we've got like 2 vans, so much stuff to get out of them. Let's get rocking.
Let's get fishing.
Let's enjoy. Let's try to enjoy ourselves. Let's not abuse each other too much.
Someone's had a good draw. It was to be an accumulative weight match, fishing with 1 feeder rod each, and any fish counts. This lake holds predominantly carp, with an average of 3 pounds up to low doubles. Silverfish to go in the keep nets, with larger fish being weighed and returned as we go. This was going to be all down to tactics. I was going with a small hook and a trimmed-down orange pop-up. Anything that swims will pick this up.
Whereas myself and Ali were going with slightly larger red boilies in order to target a decent carp.
There were signs of fish in all of our swims. Feeders were loaded. Time to rock and roll.
Ready, lads? Very important match this. Rods out in 3, 2, 1.
Good luck.
Yeah, best of luck.
I've already had 3. Good luck, great mate, Tom.
That's it, I'll just crack off. I think I might have loaded the feeder a bit much for this light line.
And so we waited.
And waited.
And waited.
Bit slow, isn't she?
She is. Sometimes it takes a while to get going, though.
Barely keep a rod in the water down here.
Don't think we'll be getting in the England feeder team anytime soon. Bit of a slow start.
We were beginning to think this lake was devoid of fish, but out of the blue, Dovey, whilst reeling in, had something unexpected on the end.
Neil, I've got one.
Have you?
Yeah, well, it's foul hooked and I don't know what fish it is. No, it's a little tiny skimmer bream, but they count, don't they, matches foul hooked ones?
I don't know. Yeah, I think they do, mate.
And even though it's on the end.
With Dovey off the mark and signs of small silver fish feeding, I switched over to a bait that was perfect at targeting these fish, the humble maggot.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Is it a carp owl?
No, mate, it's one of my favourite species that like them a lot more than carp. It's a skimmer bream.
Nice.
Next, I joined the skimmer bream party. Not once, but twice. Go on, the maggots. Every ounce counts.
This might be a carp. After a short fight, it was confirmed it was. Come on. Whee! There is a very strange-looking Hungarian carp, but the first one of the match. You never know, he might win me first place. Thank you very much.
Beautiful looking carp. Well done, mate.
Yeah, all right. Calm down, Spoons.
It was weighed in by one of our senior adjudicators.
£3, 13 ounces.
The weight was logged and the fish safely returned. So the leaderboard at this early stage looked like this, with me on top. It was then that the lake suddenly decided to wake up, and now it was game on.
They all count.
I then had a bite and it was pulling more than a bream.
It looks like it's got a carp on. Not very big, that is it, Spoons?
Is compared to me skimmers. Carp in there. Get in.
It weighed in at £4 6 ounces, giving Spoons the lead, but not for long as I slipped the net under my second carp. That's what we want to see, though. Go on, get you that net. Officially weighed in at £3 on the nose.
Me and Ali were in next with a skimmer apiece.
They all count, don't they? They all count.
Then I was in again.
No, little comment. Come on, boy. £3 5 ounces, little tiddler, but that puts me into double figures.
And with no carp for myself, it's left me trailing behind.
Well, desperate times calls for desperate measures. I need to just catch carp now, so I've gone to a bigger hook and a 12mm pop-up. That's to ignore the skimmers and try to pick out literally the biggest carp I can catch.
Meanwhile, Spooner was quietly smashing in the skimmers, one after another.
This is what Neil does, though. He just creeps along with a load of little uns.
They all count, mate.
If I had any chance of catching these boys, I desperately needed my big carp tactic to work.
Oh! I was falling well behind. I need a proper big carp or something to get me back in the mix.
Al's got one on in the background. It doesn't sound like a small one.
Get in. Yes. Yes, Hamidi, you are back in the big end game.
It tipped the scales at an impressive £11 10 ounces. Biggest fish of the day so far.
What do you say, lads? Proper carp, this one.
It's worth 3 of mine, that one.
Worth about 100 of my feet.
That Barney rubble propelled Ali straight to the top of the leaderboard, and if I was going to catch him now, skimmers were not going to help. So I changed back to boilies in the search for more carp.
That doesn't look like a skimmer, Neil.
That's right, it was a little carp.
Yes, back in the game.
It weighed in at a mahoosive £2 4 ounces, and minutes later, I'd only gone and landed another carp, which then got out again.
No, it's
I hope you lose it now.
You're out of order, mate. Don't worry, it's in there, Tom.
That makes us all very, very close.
It was £2 14 ounces and put me within touching distance of the others, but just 5 minutes now remained of the match.
hoping for one last hurrah, just another big, just the carp, please.
I was away, and it felt like a carp.
The spooner's in. I think it's seconds left as well.
Come on, baby. You are first choice to swim.
Yes! Get in!
The old human hooter.
It might look like a carp. It is, but it's also first choice.
Let's have that meal, please.
Tom!
I really needed that.
Oh, yeah, if you'd have caught this, you'd have had first choice.
Yeah, I would have.
Oh, yeah. That'll do.
Coming up, we go after a true monster.
It's mad to think that it could be connected to a 90-pound carp. Imagine if one of them just pops up.
We were in Hungary and the trip had kicked off with a nip and tuck match.
Yes! Get in!
But Spooner won, giving him first choice of swim on the main lake, a hidden jewel of a water near the town of Hatvan, and we were en route there now.
In there swims a fish that's nearly 90 pounds. That's exciting.
That is exciting.
This mighty 120-acre lake literally holds thousands of carp, ranging from single-figure scrappers to fish of 50, 60 and even 70 pounds, with the biggest of them all, a 90-pound absolute Goliath of a carp named Kuko. This fish would blow all of our king carp PBs clean out of the water. The challenge we're faced with is tackling the abundance of smaller fish.
Not unlike our previous Hungarian monster carp trip to Balaton, where we had to wade through so many small carp in order to reach the big uns, we wondered what lessons we could learn from our previous battles.
Our local contact had managed to book several swims for us to choose from around different areas of the lake. The depths, we were told, are fairly up and down, but we'd want to be targeting spots that are around 5 to 6 metres deep. With lots to think about, we decided to spend the rest of the day looking for signs of fish and make our swim choices after a good night's sleep, dreaming of monster carp.
It was our first full day, and after a good night's sleep, we'd all now picked our swims and were raring to go. I chose first and went for a swim with a plateau at 120 metres that also has a history of the big un being caught there.
I find myself out on a point, fishing out into the main bow. It's like a bit of a carp highway, I hope. Everywhere they go, they feel like they've got to come past my area to get into bays, out into the middle of the lake, down into the arm round my back. I'm just hoping it all pays off. Bit of regular baiting, rigs going in the same position, carp get used to finding food there, loads of bites.
I'd gone a few swims along from Spooner. I could fish off the side of the plateau and towards the main body of water.
I'm confident in where I've chosen. I'm accessing the main part of the lake, that main big body of water, so I feel like there's always going to be fish traffic around.
I'd chosen the opposite bank to the lads, and the wind was smashing into it. It felt good, as carp tend to follow big, warm winds on big lakes. I've decided to sort of hedge my bets a little bit and go well left of them, which means I can fish further out into the centre of the lake, which it looks like the home of the carp. It looks like that's where they're living, so I'm going to get to as close as that as I possibly can.
This lake has a rule that you can only fish to a maximum of 120 metres. Because of this, the carp tend to hang out towards the centre of the lake in a no-go zone and then come closer in to feed. Rowing boats aren't allowed, but bait boats are.
The boats have GPS and sonar, so you can map out the topography of your swim, and we all search for spots for around 5 to 6 metres. For these autumn carp, that's the depth that we felt would be best. Once spots were found, we dropped several kilos of boilies to create some interest.
With the areas located, it was now time to sort out the rigs.
Well, feels a long time coming. The rods are going out, and this is the starting rig. I've caught my biggest ever carp on this setup, the IQD rig. Big hook, big bait for big carp.
Didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket, so I've gone with 3 rigs. The 3 rigs I use the 95% of my fishing. Solid bag, combi rig, and the spinner rig. I've got hook baits of different sizes, different colours. It will give me an idea of exactly what's feeding out there. If something small's there, I'll catch it, but hopefully just a big old carp.
And I was going in with spinner rigs. Tried and tested.
The baited rigs were each placed in the hopper of the boat, then the GPS took them to the pre-found spots, all at a distance of 120 metres.
Exciting stuff though, this.
When they reach the spots, you release the hopper, which drops the rigs, and that's then repeated for all the rods.
Well, that is them all set. And the wind is smashing in here, and if I'm completely honest, it looks really, really good.
Everywhere we go, I always say the team target is to catch a 40-pounder first. I believe it'll probably have to be a numbers game to start catching the 40 and 50-pound. So we need to start getting a rhythm going as a team and get through those smaller carp to get to the big ones.
Whoa, it's exciting getting the first bite from a new place.
Right. Yeah, he is definitely blurry.
Here he is. Just gives you a huge boost of confidence, this does. Come on. Didn't take long, did it? Well, there he is, our first carp from this lake, and he's 20 pounds and 8 ounces. And that is only just over half of what our team target is so far. But I'll tell you what, this has given me a lot of confidence. Thank you very much, old boy.
Whee! Of course he's had the first one. Idiot.
This wind was obviously playing right into my hands. Just half an hour later, and I was away again. It's mad to think that you could be connected to a 90-pound carp. Imagine if one of them just pops up. That's what we want.
Unfortunately for Dovey, his luck wasn't in this time.
Tell you what, it looks about the same size as the first one.
I reckon that's similar size.
Yeah. Well, he can have them, can't he?
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm gonna not do me normal. I'm just here for the big uns this trip.
I am genuinely, I do not care. I'll take one as long as its name starts with a K and ends in an O. Cuckoo! That's what I want. I'll be deeply disappointed if one of you two catch it.
The trip was heading the same way as our previous Hungarian adventure. Lots of smaller carp right off the bat. I'd slogged away and had eventually got into the bigger fish last time, but it took a while. But getting lots of bites would give the information I needed to really hone in on Cuckoo. And it wasn't long before I was in once again. Aside from catching lots of carp, what a lovely evening this is. Look at that, sun setting in the background, some moody clouds to the left as well. I couldn't be in a better place right now. And what made it even better was that this time it didn't feel like a 20-pounder. This feels bigger. This feels bigger. Come on. I'm actually quite nervous. Really want to get this one in the net. After 10 minutes of a tough and tense battle, I finally saw my prize. Look at the size of that. Yes! Woohoo! Yes! Right, that is a better fish. Our target was to catch a 40-pounder, and with help from one of the crew, we lifted it onto the scales to find out if we'd achieved it. That is 38.5 pounds. Let's drop it down, Tobe. What a day this has been. Come on in. This is the reason we've come here. It's a big old Hungarian carp. And what a way to end the first day. We've got a few smaller ones, and to end it with a nice 38.5-pound mirror. Only a pound and a half of our team target in the first evening. The sun setting. I've got to get my rods back out, and I am buzzing. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo.
As we moved into the first night, Dovey's action continued, where he banked 5 smaller carp up to mid-20.
Here you go.
Ali managed a 20-pound common. I joined the party aided by the netting skills of Mr. Hamidi.
That is not a textbook netting style.
Which resulted in a
£28 10 confidence lifter, and we're off the mark.
It was the second morning on Lake Hatvan, and after a hectic night, Dovey was exhausted due to the unrelenting action. Ali and myself were refreshing our rigs and baiting our spots up at 120 metres.
Well, we're nearing the first 24 hours of fishing. Flying start for Dovey. A slowish start for me and Spoons, but I feel really confident, you know. I just hope it's not going to be a case of really working through loads of small ones. But I suppose the most important thing is to get the bites.
It wasn't long before normality resumed in Dovey's swim, but again, it resulted in a smaller carp.
I'm happy with him, but he's not the team target, is he?
Maybe I'll let Dovey get the bites while I switch over to a double big boilie hookbait to hopefully filter out the runts. Surprisingly, it was that one that got picked up.
That's the double boilie. God, look at this fish. Look at how much line it's taking. This has built up a right old head of steam. Wow, it's taking a lot of line. Got a bit of power about it. It's hard to tell, you know, when you're a long way out how big they are, but I've got a sneaky feeling this one feels quite good. Oh, fished a very, very long way out. Oh, it's moving so slow and heavy. Oh, man, now I'm getting nervous.
Just out having a morning recast, the sun's shining, I look over, and Al's got one on, which is a massive touch. He's had it on for a while as well, so might be a big fish, you know.
It took 15 minutes to bring it in over 100 metres. It was tense times.
Oh, I saw a shape.
Yeah, it's big. Ah, nerves now, bro. Nerves now.
What a ruck.
Big old gob on it. Big shoulders. Oh. Our target was a 40-pounder first off. That is very close, and I thought I was hooked into something monstrous, so it really got me fueled. Oh, it feels like a 40. Right, I'll hold this.
That is... Tell me, baby. 42.6.
Yes!
Brother.
Yes!
Good work, mate.
Yes! Target hit! What are we going for now, baby?
50.
Of course we are.
Progression.
Of course we are, brothers. Absolutely buzzing with this. What an atmospheric place, very unique. Caravans, it's all going off, but more importantly, our first ever 40-pounder from Hungary. What a stunning, stunning carp as well. The fitting of that landmark. Wicked.
The bigger baits had worked again. Now bring on the 50-pounders.
Coming up, Ali hooked something very special.
Whoa, that looks a big one. Good now. Yeah, got good, mate.
24 hours into our session at Lake Hatvan has seen Ali already smash our 40-pound target.
First ever 40-pounder from Hungary.
We were now gunning for a 50, but even with our early success, the signs were there that this lake holds a lot of small carp, and to hit our new target was not going to be easy.
This is actually the same rod and same spot that I caught that 38-pounder from yesterday. It's the middle rod. The right-hand rod and the middle rod are actually fishing to a very similar area, but the middle rod I'm putting about 10 yards to the left of the main baited area with just a small amount of boilies on it. And that's often quite a good trick for catching some bigger fish because they just sort of feed on the outer edges of the spot instead of getting right in the mix and involved with all the smaller fish on the main area. It seems to have worked.
Were we about to witness another target capture?
This is really holding its ground, this thing. Could be a £90 common. I know Ali's achieved the team target already, but I'd quite like to join him. And I'd really like to better him. Here he is. It's quite a big common, that. God, look at that in the clear water. That looks mega. Yes. Actually got him in. At times I was thinking I weren't getting that in. It was never giving up. That must have been 20 minutes at least.
Not like you to drag out a fight. Now, was this it? Had Dovey reached our team target as well?
Yes, I had. 42 pounds and 8 ounces. 2 ounces bigger than yours, Al.
That's a huge old fish. Powerful, powerful thing. I've got this feeling, though, we're going to catch some bigger this trip. We're not far into it. We're getting amongst them already.
Me and Al are now fully fledged members of the Hungarian 40s Club.
Whee!
Now, we couldn't come all the way to Hungary again without trying the local grub. Last time carp was on the menu and it was an acquired taste. This time round, we were assured that our lunch would be better.
This is our traditional catfish soup. Like the goulash, enjoy it.
Thank
Sounds
you, John.
blinding. John, I've got to admit, you're a very handsome man. If your goulash is anything as good as you look, we're in for a right tickle, but...
Thanks, Sally.
But it's fleshy. It's fleshy. Ooh. You've eaten all sorts of...
Right, nice.
Yeah?
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, that's all right, you know.
Could be a bit of pork.
John, what type of catfish is it?
It's a grey catfish in Hungary.
How big was it before you chopped it up?
Oh, almost 30 kilos.
Oh, we're eating a 66-pounder, aren't we?
Do you know what?
That is well all
I
right.
hate catfish. Don't want to catch them ever.
I'd
This,
eat 'em.
I found a good use for them.
As we filled up on catfish, Dovey continued to have his fill of carp with a double hookup.
Yes, well done, Tobe. That was teamwork, that, mate.
While Dovey was having a flying start to his session, I couldn't help dreaming of Kuko, the Hungarian giant, being within touching distance.
I think it's out there. I really do. October, big wind, middle of the lake.
Harvest moon. It's coming. It's happening.
You think so?
I can almost smell it. Well, that's the catfish.
While they dreamt of Kuko, I had 2 carp to look at.
There you go. Well, that is rock-solid evidence that fishing off the side of the main area of bait is working for the bigger fish. This one was off the side, and that little tiddler was right on the bait. And that over there is evidence that we've got everything right.
Go on, Boofy boy!
With Dovey's hat-trick of carp and myself hooked into another fish, it was a sign that everything was going in the right direction, until we heard that the lake had been stocked that afternoon with literally hundreds of tiny carp.
Look, it's a perfect little leather carp.
But the stocked fish would prove much more of a problem than we ever imagined. It was small carp galore for all of us all the way through the night, with just one decent one falling to spoons.
I'm well pleased with this one. Proper brute. Fought like a proper one. It is a proper one. Just under £33, my first mirror, and hopefully, first of a few better fish.
But then the carp just kept getting smaller and smaller as the night went on. It was relentless.
The night had been carnage, and this was the first time ever I had known Spooner to be broken and actually stop fishing. Unheard of. Dovey too had multiple fish throughout the night and was shattered. The restocking had taken the team back a step, so we now needed tactical nous to try and outwit the smaller ones.
Well, proper Hungarian deja vu. I've tweaked the rig now. I've got a very stiff hair that separates the bait from the hook, and also 2 hook beads jamming the hair, if you like, as it exits from the hook in a certain position, so only a tiny part of the hook point is free. That means when little fish can't get the big bait in their mouth, when they suck around the whole hook isn't free for it to just go into their mouth and nail them. It works 80% of the time in deterring them, but we need everything in our favour
to try to select the bigger fish.
I decided to beef up the hook bait size as well, so I went with doubling up a 24mm boilie and hoped this would go some way towards targeting the bigger ones.
And I got chatting to a local angler, Zoltan. He uses extra large, rock hard and low attract hook baits to avoid the smaller carp, and he kindly sorted me a few out.
No, nothing in. OK. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Local info is not something I often ignore. This lake and our new £50 target suddenly felt a lot more difficult, so with nothing to lose, I decided to give them a go.
Right, I've had enough. I'm going for the wooden hook baits, and there it is. The most unattractive thing in human history, but it makes total sense. Put something out there that isn't that attractive so the small fish don't pick it up. We've caught too many small fish now. I've caught over 30 fish, I think, and only one 40-pounder. So this could be the thing that changes my fortunes. Here goes nothing.
So we all had a new tactic to try and avoid the smaller carp, but would they work? Only time would tell, but we were feeling optimistic. The early signs were promising that the tweaks were working, with Dovey landing a decent mirror.
Nice to get amongst the bigger fish today. 34 pounds, 8 ounces, that one. We might have found out what hook baits are working best for the bigger fish. For now, that one will do me nicely.
I then also had a common of a similar size.
How about that for a bar of gold? 34.12, and it might still be just over 15 pounds shy of our target weight. We're moving in the right direction.
Could Ali make it 3 30-pounders on the bounce? No, he couldn't.
Absolutely outrageous.
The two large boilies and stiff air didn't deter this little fella.
To be fair, my big baits didn't have a 100% hit rate either.
In you go, schnitzel.
But just into dark, I did manage a 30-pounder.
So maybe the rig is being more selective. Who knows? Only time will really tell.
He's not there. He's out.
Probably playing one.
All right there, chum.
You right there, boys?
Right, serious business. I haven't got a clue whether it's going to take some sort of magical tactical tweak or whether we just need the biggest bout of luck.
I think it's both, mate. I think I've changed my tactics quite a lot. I've got some massive boilies on now that are just like about as attractive as a bit of wood.
And the average of the fish has gone up slightly. I'm not catching any of them real tiny ones now, which is on the right path, surely.
Yeah, this is, I just said it to Spooner, we are being inefficient to try to be effective.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just alien, isn't it? You're trying to go backwards. You're almost trying to not catch carp.
Oh, look.
One second, mate. I'm just going to sit here and play.
Yeah. Right then, radio out, yeah? Good luck landing that.
OK.
Yeah, well done,
Get on
mate.
them big
See
old
you soon.
boilies.
So we left Dovey to land his prize,
Coming in.
which turned out to be a 20-pounder on the nose.
Since changing over to them big hook baits, I haven't had a fish under 20 pounds, so we can move on full of hope.
As well as tinkering with our tactics and hook baits to single out the bigger carp, we had timed this trip, as we do many, around the moon phase, and we were entering into the key time now. During the full moon, some say, the gravitational pull of such an event affects the water pressure, the light levels and the natural feeding habits of a carp.
Big fish definitely get caught around the full moons and the new moons. And I always try and plan my fishing trips around them times. This trip's no different. We're here, the moon phase is right, the weather's right, we've now got the right hook baits on. Are all the planets aligning?
But to stand a chance of a big common, we'd need the rigs to stay out long enough, as the tiny carp were again causing problems.
There was already enough carp in here, but ironically, 2 days in, they decided, well, what is, I think, a ritual here every few months is to put some new fish in, and they have been binging, and they are getting on my nerves.
I was feeling that a 50-pounder wasn't a million miles away, so next I adapted a rig that a few friends in the UK had sworn by on similarly pressured waters abroad. Could this be what deters the small ones?
With the moon and conditions prime, would it all come together for a giant common? We could all only hope and pray.
Around 8 p.m, I was into a fish on the new rig.
Slow. Slow and heavy. I'll have the rig mechanics finally pay dividends.
After a nervous 10 minutes, I could now see the shape of a carp on the surface.
Whoa, that looks a big one. Yeah, got good one, mate. That was a funny, just a slow bite. I think it's got a bit of width as well, Guy.
My head hooked on it as well.
If you want, mate. Could be our biggest yet, this, mate.
Yeah, it could be, mate. It looks pretty big to me.
Yes. That's all right, that, innit?
Yeah!
Yes!
Good work, bruv.
Yes, that looks decent. That looks proper, doesn't it?
I heard our plan of fishing, and even though we're so close to each other, we've been doing it all ourselves, but I heard this little whimper of help, and I thought, hello, what's he got on here? So I've run in to have a look, and just at range, just at a netting distance at that point, there was this big old common. Thankfully, it's in the net. Yeah, boy! That is 52 and a quarter.
Yes! Yes! Another landmark smashed. Yes! Well in, bruv.
Mate, well in, bruv.
A glorious, glorious, big daddy of a common carp.
Oh, yes.
And do you know what? We've still got time to go now. And I always say it's like the fuel we needed. That is the best motivational pill we could have got as a team. The 50 from another country for the Monster Cup. Brothers! Yes, 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 yes.
Well deserved.
For us as a team, it means a lot because we're going to want to keep going to new places, different countries, and we want to catch 50-pound plus fish from all of them. So with 3 days to go, there's so much confidence. I feel like now we've got the time we need to go to the next level, and that's got to be surely a 60-pounder. If I'm honest, I'm not going to be greedy. I hope either Spooner or Tom catches it. That's it.
Looks good out. New PB as well. Oh, that feels good. Is that cold, mate? Oh, payback painful. Good work, bro.
Yes! Yes!
Coming up, was Dovey about to rewrite the record books?
It was the most vicious bite I've had since I've been here, and it stripped me of probably 100 yards of line in one run.
We were well into our Hungarian carping adventure, and after setting ourselves what seemed to be an impossible task, we finally ready for a good look in the morning light.
Wow, look at that. 36.5, a new Hungarian PB. Do you know what? I'd love to get one like Ali last night. I'd love a 50-pounder. But the way it's going, 40-pounder would be just fine by me.
The scores on the doors told me it was 46 pounds. What a fish, and a massive confidence boost too. That is a long, old common carp. And last night seems a bit of a turning point, if I'm honest. Ali with a 52-pound common, me with this, Spooner with his biggest fish yet as well. We've got the tactics right, the moon phase is right, and the positive side of me says something mad is going to happen now. Mwah. Thank you very much for it. What a fish that is.
It did seem that all of our tactics were now working more effectively to pick out the larger specimens, but the sheer amount of tiddlers present was still causing the odd problem. So I went extreme and increased the size of my hook baits even more by cooking up a huge batch of 45 millers. This was the biggest single bait I had, and now I've hand rolled these. Look at the difference. That really is a big kahuna.
With not long left, we just hoped our big baits would deter the little carp for long enough to snare one of the lake's giants.
It was Dovey that had the success last night, landing 3, with this stunning 38-pounder topping them off. We were now definitely catching a better stamp of carp, but with only 24 hours left, it was time to join Ali and pinch a few of his mega hand-rolled baits. I desperately wanted to catch a 40-pounder and just hoped these cannonball-sized boilies would work. And about an hour later, I was in. Surely this was the one I was waiting for.
I've said it before, but a lot of other places I've been in the world, I would say this is definitely a big fish, but fish in here just seem to fight beyond their weight. Oh, they fight so hard in here.
After a grueling battle, it was time to see if I had broken my 40-pound target. Unfortunately, it was just shy, but it was still a personal landmark carp.
I'm going to whisper it in the hope that Ali don't hear, but it's a Hungarian PB. 38-12. Get in.
Well, there we go. That is my biggest Hungarian carp to date, and do you know what? There's still time for bigger.
There is, Neil. There is.
No.
There is. And there's no point making any... you know what's coming, don't you?
Warm water?
Oh, yeah, I've been boiling it.
Thanks, mate.
In the freezer. How do you want it?
Just do it.
How do you want it? Down your back a little bit? Some down your front? Hey! Hey!
That's colder than Ellie. Oh, my God.
It's all very positive. We're still catching plenty of fish as a team, but the pace has slowed down. The average has gone up, which is exactly what we wanted. And now, it really is a waiting game as the clock ticks. Can it happen? Can that last dream carp arrive? I hope so.
Around 9 p.m. that evening, I was into a carp, and this time, something felt different. I've got a fish on here. It was the most vicious bite I've had since I've been here, and it stripped me of probably 100 yards of line in one run. Now, this is either a big carp or a catfish.
I'd even heard the savage take from across the lake and had joined Spoons to see what was going on.
I don't know, I've got this weird feeling this is going to be a big one.
It was like a dead weight at times and took absolutely ages to reel in from great distance. This is not a 30-pounder, I'm not having it. Can't be.
What are we saying, Dubstep?
Stripped like 100 yards of line and it's just heavy. Oh, come on, please be a big one.
Please. With this carp being so far out after the initial run, it was taking Dovey an age to regain the line he'd lost, but it was now finally close enough to see what had caused such a tough battle.
Is it foul hooked? Oh my God, it's big and foul hooked.
Big and foul hooked. Shut up, you're lying.
No way. That is a disaster.
Big? How big?
Big. Look at that. What a shame. It's a big fish. Basically, the fish doesn't count unless you hook it in the mouth, obviously. And that is by far the biggest fish I've caught this trip. Basically, the one we've been waiting for.
How big do you reckon it is if you had to put a weight on it, Gaze?
It's the only one that's got proper width.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I've had an absolute western there. That's by far the biggest fish we've caught this trip, well over 50 pounds, possibly close to 60, I'd say. But it's not hooked in the mouth. We've looked in the mouth and there's a big nick where it's come out of its mouth and gone into its belly, but can't count it. It's one of them things. Fishing is a nightmare sometimes, isn't it?
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing.
I think all of them fish as well that I've caught, all of them hook perfectly in the mouth. Then the one you want to catch pulls out of his mouth and he goes in his belly and you can't count it. And you've got these two idiots singing at me. Cheers, lads.
It's going to be all right, mate.
All right, I really don't want to, but
I'm just going to let this fish go as I can't count him. He's not hooked in the mouth. That's the way fishing goes sometimes. Absolute nightmare. That is a nightmare.
This was truly a gutter, so close to the finishing line. But with just a few hours left before we left, I was presented with a consolation prize. It may not be the £60 target we wanted, but a lovely big £43 common, reassuring us that our hard work and adapting our tactics were finally paying us back. Surely, with more time, we may have seen that Hungarian monster in the back of our landing nets.
I think the three of us have really built up a Bible of knowledge to come out here again. And I think next time we will be ready from minute go on any venue that we step on in Hungary. I feel like just a few extra days, something special would have happened. But that is fishing. You leave, and sometimes leaving wanting more makes you more revved up for the next trip. And I can't wait to come back here, because we are going to catch an absolute monster from Hungary in the future.
Unfortunately, we didn't really get through to the Mahusive ones, but we tried, and it was a very, very good week.
I've travelled out to Hungary a couple of times now, probably fished for 2 weeks solid for some Hungarian carp. And unfortunately, I still haven't caught a Hungarian 40, but that has just made me hungry for more Hungarian success in the future.